You're on.
Merry meet, children of Herne. Now, we have discussed many things. One of them was this. It bonds together the fellowship of the common. There's also another one which I want to mention, which gives you protection, and it also protects all the common members. Link your fingers that way. Fold. Bring your index fingers up into a point. Cross your thumbs. This gives protection before going into meditation. Before doing anything, it gives you massive protection. So we are covering this. Now there are 7 of these, and each one is important. In ninjutsu, they deal with each one. They go from 1, 2, 3, 4, and they go through each one. Before they do anything, each one brings in various energies to you. So we deal with magic. What are we doing? What are we dealing with? We're dealing with energy, nothing more. Most of the old witchcraft ways of with the cauldron and going through various paraphernalia and procedures to attract the energies. The spiral dance to create the cone of power. Do these work? Yeah, of course they work. Because it's like if I lay the table, I know, they all know that it's going to be dinner time and start feeling hungry. The same thing in witchcraft. And that's what the old system was designed for. But you must remember also, a lot of these old systems, they were from primitive man. He had no understanding of photons. He had no understanding of energies or anything in that form. So he grasps it the best ways he can. No, they did not have books of shadows or anything else in those days. Why? Because to have one would condemn, if they found it, condemn the person and the whole common to death. So this did not exist. It happens now, and I think this is the start when Gerald Gardner had his great grimoire, he called it, and it can be seen in the Isle of Wight, Those Who Do Not Believe Me, and you'll see his book of shadows in there. Alexander called it the Book of Shadows. This is where it all originated, but Gardner tried to blend in Crowellian teachings. He tried to blend in so much into what he called was Wicca. He tried to blend in Kabbalistic. He tried to blend in Egyptology. You try to blend in all different things. Witchcraft was never like that. The nearest thing you get to witchcraft today, as we practice, is that of the Native Americans, the love of Mother Earth. She supplies all your medicines, supplies all your foods, supplies your clothing, and gives you playthings like small animals. When you're sick, she will help heal you. This is what witchcraft of old really was. Yeah, okay, so they did have their gods and their goddesses. Oh no, sorry, Native American didn't. No, they used Wakatanka. Now Wakatanka was a general name for energy, the force, the life force that permeates through all living creatures, even those that fall asleep behind cameras. They permeate. Wake up, Adrian. Yoo-hoo. They permeate through everything. You can only see something if it vibrates. Interesting point. You can see rocks because they vibrate. You can see mountains, they vibrate. Don't take these things for granted. And the crystal people. Crystals are very, very special. Some of them have great healing properties. Those who want to delve into this in great depth, I advise you to talk to Mariella, which she has wrote a book on this, or talk to Dark Raven One. They're both very well up in crystals. But it also brings into another crystal which we bring higher than anything, which is diamond. Every diamond that is mined has flaws. Then man decided he could make diamonds. And he makes a diamond and creates it. And when checked, it hasn't got a flaw. It's perfect. It's perfect in its entirety, but yet it's a diamond. And yet, the ones that have come from the earth will cost a fortune, whereas the ones that are man-made don't. Interesting point. The superior diamond, which is man-made, is perfect. But the one that comes from the earth is imperfect. A lot of blood is spilt to gain these gems. But why? Come on, think. Let's use your noggin. Why would they contemplate putting such high value on a diamond? It's not so much the diamond itself, it's the cut of the diamond, the way it is cut. Which a diamond cutter cuts with the grain. So you get different shapes. You get pear-shaped cut, teardrop cut, different types of cuts, faceted. Because he cuts with the flaws. So this is what you're paying this immense amount of money, but what does it do? The only good thing a diamond really does is light refraction. But that comes into a future science which I'm not going to deal with here. It also comes in that it's being the hardest substance. It is perfect for bearings. Perfect. And drill bits, etc., etc., etc. This is where diamonds can be utilized. But no, man polishes it, cuts it, puts it in rings, puts it on pendants, and evaluates this as the king of stones. Man has spent millions on a diamond. Now, isn't that crazy when you think about it? It brings to mind that money is worthless, and it is worthless. What comes from here is of value. That's the important thing. And diamonds can be utilized as they give protection. They also have memory. You never wear a second-hand diamond ring unless you've cleansed it, because it will retain the memory of the person that wore it before. So you'll get all his positive vibrations as well as his negative vibrations. So before you even think of wearing any diamond ring that's second-hand, I advise you cleanse the ring. Many ways you can do this. I didn't intend to go on to stones. I intended to deal more with vibrations. That's why I came to diamond. Diamond refracts light, so you get spectrums of coloured light coming from the diamond. Colour is vibration. And it is a frequency, different frequencies. Like the life force has one frequency. You go to a higher realm, it changes frequency. You go to a higher realm again, it changes again. So it gets more refined, like the diamond. As it goes through the process of refining this piece of rock into a beautiful gem, it's refined. So is the human spirit, or force, or energy. As you increase through the levels, so the spectrum gets higher and higher. The human being is so preoccupied with death, it's unbelievable. Doesn't matter. Because if you leave this life, and all of you sooner or later are going to leave it, believe me. That I can guarantee. I prophesy that everyone's going to leave this life. But they can come back. Not necessarily to this earth, but to Earth 2. Which is, it's not as, it hasn't got as much, how could I explain this? It'd be like me trying to explain kindergarten and college. That's the best way I can explain it. It's a lot finer, it's a lot more stable. Because we are mixed with the duality of dark side and light to create man, like yin and yang. A lot of inherited, the violence, the greed,
14 minutes have passed.
And he just told me it's 14 minutes. And hatred and all this. All the negative sides. So you have two sides. On New Earth I am told that the one side is gone. So there is no negativity. Has problems. Of course it has problems. That's what the process of being reborn is. To be reborn, to have more problems, to solve problems. Like a big chess game, if you like. With every move, there is a solution. Remember that. Alright, it's enough of my yadder. My blessings to each one of you. And thank you for listening to me. Merry we have met, and merry we part. Mary, we will meet again.